As you might have seen, I recently attended my very first Vintage Computer Festival, VCF Southwest, down in Dallas, Texas. I've wanted to hit up one of these legendary retro fests for years, and apparently all it took was starting a YouTube channel and finally admitting to myself that yes, I am that kind of nerd. Honestly, I regret waiting so long. The show was a glorious nerd playground. Hands-on hardware, fascinating demos, some fantastic talks, a swap meet that could bankrupt a small country, and actual real-life fans who recognized me. I had several awesome people come up and say hello, snap a pic, and prove that the only thing more fun than talking to a camera about old computers is talking to actual humans about old computers. Y'all made my weekend. Now, I went in with one rule. Do not come home with a truckload of hardware. The plan was to travel light, like a responsible adult with limited shelf space. But then there was the live auction. And well, who can resist peer pressure, a good cause, and the sheer adrenaline rush of bidding on things you absolutely want but don't need? So let's talk about what followed me home. First up, this absolute unit, the Kensington Turbo Mouse 5.0. If you've ever tried to do anything productive with an original Macintosh mouse, you know it's like using a potato with a tail. This trackball, it's like going from a tricycle to a Ferrari. You get real precision, less wrist strain, and let's face it, nothing says serious vintage Mac power user quite like a trackball the size of a small grapefruit on your desk. Next, a brand new iOmega SCSI Zip drive, still in the box. I know, some people collect rare coins. Me? I collect redundant backup formats. You can never have too many zip drives. I call it disaster preparedness. And have you ever heard one of these things spin up? That's the sound of pure nostalgia, mixed with a little hint of existential dread for your data integrity. And now a heartfelt reunion, the Macintosh LC575. This little all-in-one beauty sports a 33 MHz 68 LC040 CPU, 8 MB of RAM, a blue SCSI with Wi-Fi, welcome to the future 1994, System 7, Ethernet PDS card, plus all the trimmings, Apple design keyboard, and ADB mouse too. True confession, my last LC575 was sacrificed to become a Mystic Mac. No regrets, but I always missed having a stock one. So this was my redemption arc. So after years of collecting, you'd think I'd already own a classic Macintosh SE. But nope, just SE30s. Fancier, sure, but not the OG. So when this tidy SE with an 8 MHz 6800 CPU, 1 MB of RAM, blue SCSI, and matching Apple keyboard 2 and mouse showed up, it was fate. Now I can finally compare the SE and SE30 side by side and answer the most important question: which is better for writing angry letters to your ISP? Last, but absolutely not least, the gray PowerMac G4 Tower, a blazing 400 MHz CPU, 256 MB of RAM, 10 GB hard drive, SCSI card, DVD-ROM, and yes, a zip drive. I've always wanted a G4 Tower, but specifically the gray one, because nothing says early 2000s creative professional like a machine built like a mini fridge and that weighs about the same. Honestly, every dollar spent was for a good cause, supporting VCF and their scholarship fund. That's what I tell my wallet anyway. And as much as I love showing off the new additions, I have to admit, there are a few items I let go. Sometimes you have to let others have a chance at happiness, and you have to be able to fit everything in your car. If you ever get a chance to go to VCF, do it. There are several events to choose from. You'll meet amazing people, see some incredible tech, maybe, just maybe, come home with a little more than you planned. What's your favorite retro acquisition? Or what's your white whale? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching, supporting the channel, and making me feel like less of a hoarder and more like a historian.